Hey guys, what's up? We're going to be doing a guide on Nidalee, so let's head right into it. So for this Nidalee guide, we're going to be going over a good range of stuff. So first, you want to learn when to pick Nidalee. So it's good to pick Nidalee when you have like good team comp balance with 2 AP and then 2 AD and then like a tank. It's really good to have a engaged team comp, somebody that has CC, because Nidalee doesn't have CC in her kit. It's really good to combo with like a Leona, Alistar, Nautilus, Ornn, Renekton, for example, because these guys that have CCs allow you to hit your spears. So you don't have to worry about missing your spear, and you can max range spear and then one-shot somebody. So let's go into runes. So for runes, you can do Conqueror, or you can do Electrocute. So Conqueror is a lot more popular right now, because Conqueror is really strong for skirmishing. So for the Conqueror runes, I like going this in this order, and then footwear, cosmic insight. I like having the extra 10% attack speed for clear as well. And then smite flash. My favorite skin to play Nidalee is Pharaoh Nidalee. Not because it's like the prettiest skin, but because it's just low animations. You can just focus on her mechanics. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the first clear. We're going to be going over the mechanics, and we're going to be going over item builds, situational item builds, and that's going to be it. So first things first, you want to go Hunter's Talisman, refillable, start queue. Then we're going to fast forward.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So for the clear, a lot of people like to start W second. I like to do W as well, but some people do E second. We can go over both, but for now, we're going to do the W start because it's most popular. I'm going to show you guys the clear. So for the level 1 camp, you want a max range Q, because your spear does more damage from farther away, and you want to use your auto reset on your Cougar, like this. And then we're cutting the red buff with our ranged attacks, auto reset with a Cougar. And we're finishing the red here. And we max range spear. Not really max range. Using smite. On each target kill, you get a reset on your W. So try and hit your Ws for the reset. And one mechanic that I'll show you guys after, and it'll make a lot more sense, is how I'm placing the traps to get a triple pounce. So notice how I'm able to get almost like a triple pounce here. So we didn't kite the raptors, but you can kite the raptors and you'll be a little bit healthier. You'll have a little bit slower of a clear though, but if you kite, you'll be healthier for sure. So trap before you go down, always using the auto reset. And we're not really kiting the camps, because we're just showing you guys to clear for speed, not necessarily clearing for HP. Now we're gonna do romp. And that's a 326 full clear. And then after you want to do Scuttle Crab. And this is 326 with the red buff start. But if you start blue, I'm sure it's actually a little bit faster, because then you can just do blue, Gromp, and then path down. It saves you a few more seconds. This just comes off of experience. So let's start with the mechanics. So a lot of you guys heard that I said the triple pounce mechanic, and how the triple pounce works when you're clearing, and you want to use the triple pounce when you clear so you can use more pounces and it helps your clear speed, is that anytime you mark a target, you allow yourself to pounce to the target and reduce W's cooldown from 6, or it's 5 seconds when you have CDR, because I have 15%. It goes from 5 to 3. every single time target's marked. But as you can see, the second pounce here, it doesn't go from 5 to 3. That's because we're not marking it a second time. So when you put the trap under the target, you mark it a second time, and that gives you another mark which you can pounce to. So like this, see how we do 1 pounce there? That's another pounce. That's a triple pounce. So that's how you do the clear with the trap. You want to always make sure you do that when you're clearing. It helps you a ton. And then the second thing is that when you auto attack, you want to make sure to use the auto reset on your takedown on the cougar form, because it just speeds up the clear and it's good practice. So always use your auto reset. You're pretty much comboing 2 autos in the time of 1. Okay, so now let's go into ganking mechanics. So number 1 ganking mechanic is when you're ganking a top laner, when you're pathing bot to top, you're ganking a top laner, say you're ganking from tri-bush, say they're walking in this bush right here, right? So one thing that you want to do, if the target is right here, is trap the way that they have to walk. That way they have to walk towards the wall, or if they don't, to avoid the trap, now you can cut off 2 escape distances by throwing the spear this way too. So you have this and this trap, and this makes it so you can always guarantee a mark. So after you mark the enemy, the easiest combo is just to leap on top of them, and then you can do Q or E in either order, and there's benefits to both orders. So let me show you guys why there's benefits to both different orders. So if you use your E first, your swipe, before your Q is going to do more damage because Q does more damage on missing health targets. But if you use Q and then E, the animation feels much smoother and much faster. So let me show you. So here, this is the E then Q, so it makes your Q do more damage. Here, it feels smoother. Once you play Nidalee a ton, you'll agree with me on this one. And then the other mechanic is you can always tie in, an auto reset. So there you saw I autoed before queuing, do more damage. And then the next thing is that you can actually, one thing that I see a ton of Nidalees do all the time is when you're in cougar form, you can pounce and then change form in mid-air. So this allows you to change forms faster. You can use your human form abilities much faster. So WR, Q, WR, E, any situation like that. So let's show you guys. So WRE. So that's really important as well. So let's go into item builds now. So first base, you always want to go, your jungle item if you can. So either Skirmisher Saber or Blue Smite. I like going Skirmisher Saber against like champions like Rengar, Kha'Zix. It gives you the extra survivability that you need because you deal a lot more damage, as well as the damage that you take is reduced by 20%. So say you smite really fast against a Rengar that jumps on you, you reduce the damage by 20%, it might save you. So red smite against like assassins, bruisers, and then blue smite against like mages, squishy guys that you can gank, and it helps you with gank setup because of the slow. So that's how I decide. And then you want to finish the jungle item, of course, buy pink wards all the time. Sweeper is good by the time you want to play for objectives, or if you want to gank early and the enemy's warding. Good pink spots is this bush right here. If you're invading, a good pink spot is here as well. Or I really like this one right here because this spot's like most of this entrance for the raptors, and also this side over here. What's also really good for Nidalee is as soon as you get your jungle item, this is a huge spike. This is when you want to start ganking. This is when you want to start doing dragons, heralds, because this item really helps Nidalee a ton. The 10% CDR, the extra, AP, and then the Runic Echo's passive allows her to kind of like really get strong at this point. So this is your first power spike. And then let's go over the different AP items that you can go on Nidalee. I do know that a lot of people pretty much build whatever they want on Nidalee, and it'll still be fine as long as you're snowballing. But for most cases, let's focus on the AP items. So my number one is Rod of Ages. If you're snowballing, the faster you can get this, the faster it stacks up. So if you're snowballing, Rod of Ages is really nice because you get pretty much everything you want: HP, mana, ability power. And then unique passive is really nice. So Rod of Ages, if you're snowballing. But let's say you're not snowballing. Let's say the enemy team is focused on, they're pretty much AD champions. They have like a Zed mid. They have a Rengar jungle. Then you want to go Zhonya's Hourglass. It gives you armor. It gives you the stopwatch for survivability so you can dive in as well. And then after this, if you want more AP, items like Lich Bane, Rabadons are really good. And if you need Mad Resist, then Athene's is really good. Athene's really good because it gives you Mad Resist, it gives you CDR. CDR is really nice on Nidalee. And now let's go into what to build if the enemy is magic damage heavy. So let's say they have a Syndra mid, Lilia jungle, or Eve jungle. Then after this item here, you want to go Athene's. So this is a really good magic item to rush. Let's say that they're kind of evenly balanced, then it's actually fair to go Zhonya's Hourglass after as well. Like say they have 2 AP, 2 AD, then you find to go both these items. It's actually really good to go both these items because when you have all these 3 items in combination, now you're almost at max CDR. So you get to spam more Qs, more spears all the time. And then if you need more AP, it's pretty much the same thing. Lich Bane, Groudon's Death Cap. And we didn't go over boots yet. So for boots, we can't buy them just because we have magical footwear. But to show you, Ionian boots is really good if you're not really snowballing and if you don't need the other boots. Source shoes is really good if you're snowballing. Merc treads if they have a lot of CC or magic damage. Ninja Tabby if they're like full AD. So this is pretty much my Nidalee guide for you guys. I hope it helps a ton. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out, all my other stuff on Patreon, Discord, and Twitch.